Alrighty, so here in Cathedral, we got our group pretty well put together. A couple people still arriving, but we'll just go over the first setup phase. So you definitely want to use Righteous Fury just in case some mobs are kind of lingering and you only get a little bit of a tag on them. It definitely helps, especially when you have heavy AoE in the group. We have actually got lucky and got 3 mages for this group, which, like I said, 1, 2 is plenty, but 3 is really going to speed it up, so that's really nice. It's going to take some pressure off the healer and me. We got a druid healer. He sounds like he's not healing spec, but that's going to work fine, especially with the group comp that we have. I am going to go ahead and just put, salve on these guys, just in case. But usually not necessary, especially with improved Righteous Fury, but sometimes it does help. Alright, starting up, we'll keep Judgment, or whatever, Seal of Light up. It'll help just keep our health up a little bit during the pull. I have a Divine Favor ready for instant Holy Shock to ourselves, so I can save some life while doing the pull. So it does tend to get a little tight sometimes on this first pull, especially without Blessing Sanctuary available. So you do want to watch out for if they get a Frostbolt on you to cleanse that quickly, so as few mobs as possible catch up. Kind of jump around that little corner a little bit, helps delay them slightly. So I am gonna Holy Light myself, or Holy Shock. Pick up this mob. You got a few patterns around, so you might catch those sometimes. And then as soon as you get around that corner, get that concentration down. And you can see you do need to rely on your healer a little bit, but we got a free instant proc there from the Hand of Edward the Odd. So these guys do kick your spells, so usually if you run around the corner, you might be able to get a free, or a flash of light off, but it's kind of a little bit risky, so you just want to see if your healer can get you a heal. And I do have major healing potions ready in case I get too low and the healer's not there to save my ass. So we'll mana up. So yeah, first pull here obviously, and then I told the group to meet me at the bottom right of the stairs for the next pull. This is probably the most fun pull of the dungeon. It's a long pull, and you get quite a few mobs. So we'll run up here. Got Seal of Light on, got our Wisdom buff. So I tend to gather most of the mobs down here on the bottom. You'll see as we go along here. Could probably wait to pick up that guy until we come back around, but I'm not sure how his pat works. Get these guys because they probably pat around down here. That guy's going to stay over there. Now I use this kind of, oops, they slowed me. Use that corner to jump up and get them off of me for a moment. And go ahead and get these Centurions up here. Again, jump down and around. Watching for that slow to cleanse yourself. Now sometimes I am a little lower health by this point, so my favorite thing to do is just jump down here and give a quick Holy Light. From there, we'll just jump down around this corner and pull them right to here. Right around this corner, everything should come around. And I'm gonna get the Seal Light up just to take some pressure off the healer. And keeping that Consecrate down, and most of the damage is coming from our mages in the group, which is really nice to have. Instant proc there, but I'm not going to worry about it this time. Save the mana. Usually that guy right there will come when the others follow around. Not quite sure how he got missed this time. We'll just make sure no one pulls in. But they're a higher level group, so we should be safe. So this is probably the most dangerous pull. These mobs in here do start hitting a lot harder than the ones on the outside. And we do have healers and just different stronger mobs in here. I do break this pull up into 2 different pulls. We have go down to there, get all those guys, and all the ones in the front. I am going to get a Holy Shock ready for myself. Bring them right on the outside and start our AoE. So as you can see, my life did take some chunks out. I had to back up and use a Holy Potion. Usually, yeah, this healer is not healing spec, and I have had Feral Druids be pretty reliable healers, but he might just not be quite as prepared. So yeah, unfortunately we did have to pop a healing potion. If I was paying more attention, I could have kited them around like this a little bit more, so I would have taken a lot less damage, but I was just face tanking that this time. Next run, I'll show you a little clip of kind of a kiting method, so I'll take a lot less damage. We'll cut to that in a minute after this run. Alright, so this next pull we're going to go engage the boss, and all the mobs in the church will come at us, and we'll just run towards the front here a little bit to meet the group. It's actually tends to be a little bit easier of a pull than even that last one for whatever reason. Now, I am going to put on this fun little trinket just to do some extra damage. This is from the end of Sunken Temple. You can pick up a quest from a little pylon in the back, and it just gives a nice poison over time effect to all the mobs around you, so we'll go ahead and use that on this pull. It has a 15-minute cooldown, so you can't even use it once every run, but it is fun to use. So I just gave the group a heads up that I'll run back towards the front of the church. Because a lot of times there'll be a couple mobs up here, or some pats, and they'll aggro if they come in. So about right here, we'll fight, and we can see them pouring out from the side rooms. Give you a little example on this pull once they get slowed, how we can AoE them. Rebel Wizard coming in, so yeah. Health got a little low, but again, this pull seems to be a little less pressure than the others. But to avoid some damage, we can go ahead and just run around kiting them like this, where the majority of the mobs won't be able to hit us after a moment, but they'll still stay in all that AoE. Alright, so we just got the bosses down, and I'm sure you're familiar with these bosses here in SM. If not, these have a little bit of health and some healing abilities, but they're pretty easy to take on. It just takes a minute to get them down. Alright, and we'll check out our loot. So it's kind of nice we don't have any male users in the group, in case he drops the legs or even the shield. We'll be able to loot for ourselves. Like the shield no one needs, so I'm going to go ahead and need it per the agreement. Yeah, a lot of times someone will need that neck, but it's all good. I like to see these guys get some loot. And like I said, they tend to tip a little bit more if you gear someone out, but that's not guaranteed. We are going to do one more pull to the front of the dungeon. I call it the exit pull. We'll just get the right side if you're looking out of the dungeon, and just clear all the mobs for some extra XP. So yeah, you don't want to skip these mobs because doing this efficiently, you definitely will hit dungeon lockout unless you're like going over to armory or something, but this is a lot better of a run than armory for XP, so tend to just do 5 runs for a group usually and then call it for a little while. So yeah, you don't want to skip these mobs. So there's a nice little pull here at the end, and would be a lot of missing XP otherwise. So yeah, sometimes there are pats that'll cross over and catch the group, but it's got a smart and sheep to this guy, so we're good on that. Now you do want to warn your group that these guys do AoE. All the mobs on the outside have a Arcane Explosion effect, so that can really hurt your group if they're not ready for it, but usually they tend to catch on pretty quick. So I'll Holy Shock myself just to help the healer. Alright, so yeah, that was a Cath carry. Pretty standard as far as how I do it. Nothing too exciting on that run, except for when I got really low on health there, you want to have this Healing Potions ready. I will watch out for it in the next run. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it, and just sprinkle in maybe a few clips from the following runs if anything exciting happens, or if any more tips or anything come to mind. And we'll check back out in the end and just see if we get any tips or anything from these guys, just to give a better idea on the gold per hour. But thanks for joining. It's my first video here on Chili Dog Games, and I hope to see you again in the future. So thanks and have a good day.